over again, what would you do
My life
differently?
over again? Well, I think I'd like to travel and see the world. If I were doing it over again, I think I didn't know that I could do such things. What was instilled into me was that you grow up, you get married and have kids, and that was it. There wasn't even any talk about going away to college or any of those things. I had to come upon those things on my own. I can't blame my parents. They didn't know. They didn't know better. They did what they could. They did the best they could. My mama was a very loving mother, but she did what she could. My father was not a very loving father. And that's the way he was brought up. He was taught to be like that, macho man. So, let's see. I don't know.
Would you change anything?
Well, as I said, I think I would travel around and see. I mean, I'm envious. I see you just telling me today about Amy going to Cuba and going to different places. I've gone to a few places. I've gone to Mexico several times, and I've gone to Aruba, and I went to Israel once. That was quite a deal. What?
And Hungary?
Oh, and Hungary, that was one of the best trips. I love going to Hungary. Jody and John and I went to Hungary, and she had found a nice little place for us to stay. And she got us a guide to take us around and show us the different places, which was just great. John also wanted to see all the synagogues in Budapest. And those are two different towns, Buda and Pest. And we stayed in Pest, but we went over to see Buda. You cross the Danube. And then when you cross the Danube, in the middle there's an island, Margaret Island. And you can get off in the middle of the bridge and go on this island. We got a bike, and the two of them pedaled. I sat in the middle, which was nice. And I took a lot of pictures and made videos out of our trip to Budapest. It was a great memory of that trip. Besides that, I don't think I've been any place much after that aside from South Haven.
Well, why was Budapest important to you?
Well, that's where my mother came from. My father came from some smaller town in Hungary. There was no way I could find out anything about my mother. It was too many years ago, and there was just no way without spending an awful lot of time to look up where she might have lived. And she lived with an aunt who might have had a different name. I don't know. But she learned how to make hats there. That was her thing. She was always a very creative and ambitious woman. She knew how to do all kinds of stuff. She was quite advanced for her years and what she did. She was a good
What do you think
person.
is the most significant thing you've done in your life?
No significant? Well, having two great children, maybe. I mean, I'm proud of the fact that both of my kids grew up to be decent human beings. It's really important to me that they grew up like that. I mean, they had their times along the way. But besides that, I mean, it was kids stuff, and they grew up to be, as I say, decent human beings. And what else could somebody want for their children? Everybody wants that.